So I decided to watch the trailer one more time tonight just to try to share a little bit more because I didn't get a chance to really say a couple of things that I wanted to say about this character and just this first ever reveal because I ended up coming back on the stream to play and trying to get you guys' thoughts and what you guys think about this character being revealed. I'm glad that Plankton got in because the game doesn't have enough villains in the game to get representation just from all the protagonists. It's too many heroes. It's too many the good guys. It's too many heroes just taking up the roster slots. So I'm kind of glad characters like Plankton got revealed. It's not about just the fact that it's a SpongeBob rep. It's the fact that this is one of the most unique characters that they added, not because he's just a villain, but the way they implemented him when you watch this trailer. So I'm gonna watch it one more time, and I'm gonna say a couple of other things that I want to say too. Maybe Mr. Krabs is probably gonna be the final SpongeBob rep. Maybe Plankton is probably the actual last final SpongeBob rep, and the rest of those slots could be different series to be represented into the game. We're probably not going to get any other SpongeBob reps, but a part of me is saying maybe this opens the door a little bit more for Mr. Krabs getting into the game to finally really be able to duke it out with Plankton, the guy that's been trying to steal the secret formula and drive him out of business. So it just would be funny to see him really get into the game and be playable. So, just a part of me is saying maybe Mr. Krabs probably will be the final SpongeBob rep. Maybe it's a good chance he's amongst one of those slots that's hidden for the devs to be able to put him in. But just when you think about it, this is probably the last one because SpongeBob has 5 characters now. And I think Sandy's still in the game because I saw that screenshot of Sandy being a playable character in the minigame. So you got SpongeBob, Patrick, as we already saw from the showcase. SpongeBob, Patrick, Sandy, and Squidward. That's 4. And then the 5th and final rep for SpongeBob probably just got revealed from today, which was Plankton and Karen together. I see Plankton and Karen basically as a duo, even though it is Plankton controlling, but Karen is part of him. So they're basically fighting together. So I think of them as a duo. I like how they did this. But I'm gonna watch the trailer one more time and I'm gonna share a couple other things that I want to say. It's dope. See how she just pops up? They're together. Plankton joins them now.
Let's do this!
Get
back here! Don't call me Sheldon!
So I can't wait to play as well. I'm playing all of it.
Hello, suckers!
So he's just creating. So we'll just stop it there. Just short a second. But the other thing that I didn't even bother reacting to is just the background stage. So that's not Plankton stage. That's a TMNT stage because it looks almost similar to the Technodrome stage, which is Mikey's stage from TMNT from the first game from Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl if you played it. So it looks much better. It's just an updated stage from Technodrome. But that ring when the trailer starts, or just from that snippet, is the Fry Cook games from SpongeBob, one of my favorite episodes. It pays tribute to that episode, and I thought it was going to be a new SpongeBob rep, which it obviously is now. It was Plankton's stage. So now I'm thinking maybe he's the last rep that we're going to get for this roster. It's probably not going to be another SpongeBob rep because we already got 5 characters. Those DLC slots might have something to do with other newer reps to get represented because we got Angry Beavers, we got Ember, Gerald, and Azula, and so on and so forth. Maybe those other 4 characters could be some other hidden shows that we least expected to see from newer reps. Could be one of the modern shows like Big Nate. I still think he's coming to this game. But just for example, he could be one of them. But I think maybe Plankton is probably the last SpongeBob slot. That's what I'm starting to get that feeling for. But maybe it's that slight additional chance on the other side of things. Maybe Mr. Krabs is probably going to be able to get into the game too. But I'm cool with him not making it into the roster because we got Plankton, Squidward, Sandy, SpongeBob, and Patrick are already. That's 5 different characters. It's time for some other shows to get some reps, and maybe some of those other missing underrated shows, Rocket Power, Charles On, and so many others. And then other shows that people don't really talk about, Kablam could probably be able to get in, and they have so much more in the tank that they can bring to the roster, at least to add on to it to make it unique. So I just wanted to say additional things with this just to react. I'm glad he got into the game. We need more villains like Plankton. It's too many protagonists. It's too many heroes. So I'm hoping that they get some more reps from these other shows that's missing. And then not even just most wanted characters, some of those other characters that don't really get much of a spotlight can probably be able to get showcased in maybe one of these character spotlights. And that's something else that I'm starting to think now. Because remember, just going right back, just to wrap up, Aang and Korra were also part of the surprises. I think it was Korra and Toph, but I think it was Aang and Korra, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken. 2 surprise characters that were not even just unveiled at all that they had in store for us, and they were part of their own individual character spotlights. So maybe they'll do something of that similar fashion. See what I'm saying? So they could probably do something like that. So but one thing I'll say right now, since we're going to be getting more character spotlights soon, maybe starting next week, I think they're going to start with the new faces first. Jiro, Azula, Ember, and so much more. I can't wait to see how they play. And then Gertie, with her mastery of the martial arts, she's going to be awesome. So I personally don't have a problem with any character that they get, but I'm hoping that they get more of these reps that's missing, so they have other shows get some kind of spotlight. So I'm starting to think that Plankton is probably that SpongeBob rep that we're the last one that we're gonna get. If Mr. Krabs doesn't get in, I'm still cool with it. We already got enough SpongeBob characters to stack up for the roster, but they not against him getting in. I want him in, but I think maybe Plankton is probably the last rep that we're gonna get. But let me know what y'all think. But I'm happy that he got in. He plays. This is a duo to me. As crazy as it sounds, I think this is a duo. Plankton and Karen, they're fighting together, and she's part of him and his moveset. So I don't know. Maybe she could have been her own character, but I wanted them to be a duo because maybe they could do more things like that. But I guess we'll have to wait and see who else they bring out. But I feel like the start of the character spotlights, they're probably gonna go start with the new characters first, and then we'll start seeing those old returning faces, SpongeBob and others. They're gonna probably start with those new characters first.